Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. It's 3 days before Thanksgiving, and I was just thinking about a number of Christmas presents you can give yourself this year, and you definitely won't regret doing it. Right now, as I'm speaking, I'm watching the markets in bismuth and palladium. So, on my favorite bismuth distributor, a 50-pound bismuth bar is now going for $306. If you plan to buy more, you can maybe contact them and see if you can get a better deal. I've done that a couple of times. I normally don't have a whole lot of space to maneuver, so I might give it another try at some point. Palladium is also a good buy at the moment. Let's take a look at 1,000. Oh, it's going red again. Okay. If you have a way to buy smaller amounts, you can start dollar cost averaging right now. I suspect, and history backs me up on this, as soon as a recession is announced, platinum and palladium usually take a big nosedive, right? That's what happened during COVID. That's what happened in 2008. And so I wish I could dollar cost average. I don't know any place to buy 1/10 of an ounce of palladium without paying a huge premium. If you know otherwise, feel free to leave a comment. I also don't know any reliable mining stocks for palladium, but even silver mining stocks is not that bad. So just my take on the current market situation at the moment. I encourage everybody to go on a date with themselves, whether or not you believe you are auto-romantic or solo-sexual, even if you have a partner, just for comparison, as a baseline, if you will, right? I went on my first date with myself almost 14 years ago now, if you can believe it. And what I discovered was that after that event, every time I went on a date with somebody else, I had something to judge it against, right? I didn't feel beholden to the other person, that I needed them in order to live my life. And it improved my situation with dating other people and with other, even non-romantic relationships, right? When I have tension with colleagues or clients that I work with. Part of the problem I run into at work, I teach at Phoenix College. I have students sometimes walk over me. My boss got very upset at me last month because I had 2 students who were 2 weeks behind taking the midterm, giving me excuses about their work commitments, their family lives. One of them had a family member who had gotten into a car accident. Excuse after excuse after excuse. And I didn't really know to put my foot down, and my boss was really upset at me. And so I later got to know my boss a little bit better, and I apologized to her and told her that, sometimes it's difficult for me because I'm 36 years old, I don't have any children, and in fact, I confessed about my love life with myself, and sometimes to cope with not having a partner in life, a lot of times these students kind of become my proxy partner. I got to know her enough to know that I could say that to her, and I'm glad you jolted me out of that. And she confessed that for a long time, she didn't get married until her middle ages, and she confessed that a lot of times she did that too. So that was good. So I want you to go on a date with yourself, just to see it. You might, 2 things might happen. Or 1, you might just find that that's your best love life ever. 2, if it's not, it gives you margin, right? When you see something you don't like, it gives you. That's why ever since going on that date with myself, I haven't had any drama with my love life with other people. Okay, number 3, I want you to be more aware of what's going on around you. I was just watching. You see, I keep talking about complaining about how last year everybody went to see a Taylor Swift concert and left me behind to fend for the mess at my work, right? But I get a lot of inspiration from her. See, I don't dislike her. But Taylor Swift was talking in an interview. She was talking about an inspiration for a song she wrote. What had happened was she was with a male friend of hers, and he had the guy she was with had been screaming at the phone with his girlfriend, and how it became a song, right, for her. And so I want you to pay attention to what's going on around you. There's a lot of inspiration out there. You might just find that something around you inspires you to come up with, whether it be a song, a scientific discovery, or even just a way of life, right? Even if you go to the restaurant and you see somebody on a date with themselves, and that might be an inspiration for you to give that a try, right? So be attentive on what you're doing. And finally, don't drive distracted. Treat driving, especially this holiday season, every time you open the driver door and you start your car, you got to treat it like you're handling a dangerous piece of equipment or even a weapon, right? So, for example, if you go hunting during the holiday season, you would never dream of picking up a gun and then picking up your phone to text while you're shooting, or daydreaming while shooting, right? Or doing it while you're drunk, or just randomly shooting the gun out of joy, right? Well, actually, unfortunately, some people do that on Christmas Day. Like it causes a number of accidents every year, but we all know better, right? So don't do that with your car, right? It's just like doing that with your car you might as well do it with a gun. Actually, you're probably much more likely to accidentally kill yourself or somebody else with a car than you ever were with a gun, right? All right. Some Christmas presents you can give yourself this year. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.